What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Inkslasher, and as of, well, kind of today, kind of tomorrow, Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered are released, but I gotta make the video that I make every single year. Whenever there's new Call of Duty coming out, I make a video talking about the history, or kind of saying goodbye to the old Call of Duty. Now, don't worry, there will be some Black Ops 3 stuff still on this channel, whether it be paint jobs and emblems, or something throughout the year. Don't you worry about that. However, Black Ops 3, its life cycle has kind of come to the end, and like I said, I like looking back and seeing what went on throughout that year, mainly to do with Call of Duty. We're going to talk about my channel a little bit as well, but mainly we're going to be talking about Call of Duty. So when Black Ops 3 first came out, I believe I was around 25,000 subscribers, and by the time Black Ops 3 is over, we're 10 times that, which is just mind-blowing. But when the game first came out, the real big first thing that everyone was looking at is what were the supply drops like and what were crypto keys. And that was the very first video I made in Black Ops 3, showing you the fastest way to get crypto keys, and I believe I was the first person to have the actual way of getting them, with different game modes having different amounts of time to actually receive them, and I found that Kill Confirmed and Domination were the best two game modes to play to actually get crypto keys, unless you were playing gun game or free-for-all. So the free-for-all game modes were the best, followed by those, just because those games finished quickly. And I believe I was the first person to get on top of that. And these were great at the time because there was only cosmetic-only items in supply drops. So everyone was pretty happy with the crypto keys and supply drop system at the time. Now, my general impressions of Black Ops 3 when it first came out were two things. First of all, the maps. This was the first Call of Duty game in a while, in my opinion, that actually had good maps. The one before that was Black Ops 2. I didn't like the Ghost maps, and I didn't like the Advanced Warfare maps, so having and being able to play this game, they were pretty refreshing to actually hop on these maps that I really enjoyed and kind of made sense. They were the 3-lane maps. They were the ones that everyone really enjoyed, so that was really nice. Also, the weapons felt good, but there was definitely right away some that were better than the others. The Vesper was an absolute beast. The VMP was really good at the beginning, and of course the M8A7 has been good since the very beginning and release of the game. So I wouldn't really say any of the guns were directly overpowered. However, I do think the Vesper was by far the strongest, and they nerfed it, and then throughout the game they unnerfed it, and then re-nerfed it, and then unnerfed it, and then re-nerfed it, like over and over and over again, to the point where it is now, where it's usable, but it's not the best gun in the game just because of the amount of recoil that's associated with it. But then the major problem I had with this game right off the bat was that I couldn't play with any of my friends. The way my NAT type worked and all of that stuff, I couldn't join any of my friends. And then I fixed my NAT type, but my NAT types of my friends was the wrong thing, so they couldn't join me. It was really, really frustrating, and the most frustrating thing about that is they didn't fix it throughout the whole life cycle of Black Ops 3. It's still like that to this day, which was really frustrating. So I had this great game that I really enjoyed playing, I just couldn't play it with my friends. So that was really frustrating. And then once we kind of got going into Black Ops 3, I started the series How Good Is. That's where we looked at weapon stats, looked at other stats, looked at specialist characters, and that series did really well for my channel, and it's definitely a series I believe I will continue throughout Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered. And then COD points happened, the COD point apocalypse, if you will, because everyone got so pissed at Treyarch. And when this happened, I believe it was 2 to 3 days after the whole COD points thing came out and they started adding weapons into the game, an article on Reddit came out, and it was an employee for Treyarch talking and defending Vondahar, because Vondahar was actually defending Treyarch, saying that we didn't want this in our game, Activision forced it in our game. And I believe that I was the first person on YouTube to actually release this, read this article to you guys, and tell you guys what was going on. Now, the frustrating part for me is that every YouTuber under the sun came out and literally stole my video. A couple of them literally word for word. There was a channel at the time that I believe was 10 times larger than mine, and literally stole my video next to word for word. Almost everything I said, he said verbatim, and it was really frustrating. And I'm not a guy who likes starting drama, so I won't tell you who that person was, but literally I believe he released it 2 days after the video I released on that. My video was called The Truth About Supply Drops. That video did really well for me. It was just frustrating to literally see commentators steal my video and no one gave credit whatsoever, even though I believe I was the first person to actually make that video. So that was really frustrating. And the reason why I made that video first, by the way, was because a subscriber sent me the article on Twitter. So whoever it was that sent me that, thank you very much. But at that point, after that happened, I started 2 more series. The first one I started was the best paint jobs and best emblems, and emblems and paint jobs is really the thing that I think blossomed most in Black Ops 3, because paint jobs, first of all, were never in a Call of Duty game before Black Ops 3, and the things that you guys have created my god, there's this massive community for emblems and paint jobs, and you guys are so amazing for the things that you make. And I just wanted to thank all of you guys who create these emblems and create these awesome paint jobs. All of you. Like, I don't want to name any specific names, but literally everyone that I've ever featured on a paint job or emblems video, you guys are amazing, and thank you guys so much for submitting your stuff. It really, really did impress me throughout all of Black Ops 3. And then soon after we started that series, we also started Black Ops 3 5 Things. And I believe that was the series that really exploded my channel. I believe at the time I started that, I was either right at 100,000 subscribers or right around there. And we started that series, and it just blew up my channel. And we took off from there, and I had a bunch of videos kind of go viral. I wouldn't say completely viral, but we had the Nuketown Easter egg one. I think it's up over 2 million views now. And that was really, really great for the channel. But around that time, a little bit after that, DLC 3 was released. And DLC 3 was actually the worst thing for Black Ops 3 ever to happen to it. Because at that time, they released more weapons in DLC 3 right around the same time. And it started to lag the game. Like, literally, frames were dropping for no apparent reason. But the one thing I will say that Black Ops 3 did that no other Call of Duty game I think has ever done, it was groups. They made groups so that I could literally live stream and you guys could join my games, and that was really awesome. However, the groups didn't always work correctly, which was a little frustrating, but overall, I think the groups feature was really fantastic and a really underrated feature. Not to mention that Black Ops 3 had a whole bunch of features that aren't in other Call of Duty games that I think make the game so much better. First of all, paint jobs. That's the first game that ever had paint jobs. Those were absolutely fantastic. I don't think Modern Warfare Remastered or Infinite Warfare has paint jobs, but I do believe Infinite Warfare has an emblem creator. But other than that, I don't think there's any paint jobs. Also, on top of that, theater mode. I don't think either of the two new games have theater mode, and theater mode's absolutely awesome. I use it at least a couple times a week to either make thumbnails or to actually make the videos themselves, because it makes the videos look better. So I don't think that's in any of the future games, but what really impressed me with Black Ops 3 was the amount of detail they put into all those little things, these things that I'm talking about, like theater mode, like paint jobs, like all of that, just to get you engrossed in the game. Now, they also did some other things throughout the life cycle, like different types of supply drops and tweaking the supply drops and then releasing supply drop weapons. And again, this wasn't Treyarch's doing, this is Activision, they're the ones that wanted this. But when that DLC 3 came out, and frames started dropping, I started having more problems with joining games, and I think the game really just soared downhill after that, because Black Ops 3 is a fantastic game. In fact, I would go as far as saying one of the best Call of Duties to ever be released, with the worst functionality out of any Call of Duty to ever be released. So what that means is it's one of the best Call of Duty games that you simply can't play because the servers don't work, or you can't join games, or for me, I couldn't play with my friends. Incredibly frustrating for a fantastic game. And I've seen that in the comments. I can't remember who commented it. He just said, fantastic Call of Duty game, horrible functionality. And he's so right. He's so right in saying that. And that's really how I'd end off saying Black Ops 3 went. A fantastic game, but half the time I couldn't play it. So a little bit frustrating. Hopefully Modern Warfare Remastered and Infinite Warfare are a little bit better in that way. So it has come to an end. Black Ops 3, the end of its life cycle is here. We've got Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered. So let me know down in the comment section what questions you have about both of those games. I'll be making tons of videos coming this weekend and over the next few weeks. So stay tuned for that. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review of Black Ops 3. If you did, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. You can check out my Twitch, Twitter, and Let's Play channel down in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, peace out.
Take it slow.